Hello everyone, and welcome to History of the Ancient World. Today, we journey to the Indian subcontinent, a land of vibrant cultures and profound spiritual traditions. We're going to explore the fascinating tapestry of religions that shaped ancient India, from the mysterious beliefs of the Indus Valley civilization to the rise of global faiths like Hinduism and Buddhism. So grab your virtual passport and let's dive deep into the spiritual heart of ancient India. Our story begins around 3300 BCE in the Indus Valley, home to one of the world's earliest urban civilizations. While their script remains undeciphered, the artifacts they left behind offer tantalizing clues about their religious life. Archaeologists have found numerous terracotta figurines of female deities, often called mother goddesses. These figures, with their elaborate headdresses and prominent features, suggest a deep reverence for fertility, nature, and the life-giving forces of the earth. Imagine a society deeply connected to the cycles of agriculture, where the divine feminine played a central role in ensuring abundance and prosperity. Another enigmatic figure from the Indus Valley is the Pashupati seal. This soapstone seal depicts a seated figure with a horned headdress surrounded by animals like a rhinoceros, a buffalo, an elephant, and a tiger. Some scholars see this as a proto-Shiva, an early form of the great Hindu god who is known as the Lord of Animals, or Pashupati. This figure, in a meditative, yoga-like pose, hints at practices of spiritual discipline and a connection between the human, animal, and divine realms that would become a hallmark of later Indian religions. While we can't be certain, these artifacts paint a picture of a belief system rich in symbolism, nature worship, and perhaps the early roots of yoga and meditation. Around 1500 BCE, a new chapter began with the arrival of Indo-Aryan peoples. They brought with them a new language, Sanskrit, and a new set of religious texts known as the Vedas. This marks the beginning of the Vedic period, the foundational era of what we now call Hinduism. The Vedas are a vast collection of hymns, prayers, and philosophical treatises, originally transmitted orally for generations before being written down. The oldest of these, the Rig Veda, is a treasure trove of information about their gods and rituals. The Vedic religion was centered on a complex system of sacrifices, or yajnas, performed by Brahmin priests. These rituals were elaborate and precise, intended to please the gods and maintain cosmic order, or artha. The gods, or devas, were often personifications of natural forces. There was Indra, the king of the gods and the god of thunder and war. Agni, the god of fire, who acted as a messenger between humans and the gods. And Surya, the sun god. Fire was especially sacred, seen as a divine messenger carrying offerings up to the heavens. The purpose of these rituals wasn't just about personal salvation, but about sustaining the entire universe. It was a cosmic transaction, a partnership between humanity and the divine. As the Vedic period progressed, the religious focus began to shift. The later Vedic texts, particularly the Upanishads, mark a significant philosophical evolution. The emphasis moved from external rituals to internal spiritual inquiry. Thinkers and sages began asking profound questions. What is the nature of reality? What is the self, or Atman? And what is its relationship to the ultimate reality, Brahman? The Upanishads explore these questions through dialogues and parables, introducing core concepts that would define Hinduism for millennia. The idea of Brahman is central. It's described as the unchanging, infinite, and ultimate reality that underlies all of existence. The Atman, or the individual soul, was believed to be a part of this universal essence. The ultimate goal of life, according to the Upanishads, was to realize this unity, to understand that your individual self, your Atman, is one with Brahman. This realization, known as moksha, meant liberation from the cycle of rebirth, or samsara. These ideas of karma, samsara, and moksha became the bedrock of Indian religious thought, influencing not just Hinduism, but other faiths that would soon emerge. By the 6th century BCE, the spiritual landscape of India was buzzing with new ideas and movements. This was a time of great social and intellectual ferment. The rigid structure of Vedic ritualism was being challenged by a new wave of thinkers and ascetics, known as Shramanas. These wandering teachers rejected the authority of the Vedas and the Brahmin priests, proposing alternative paths to spiritual liberation. They emphasized personal experience, asceticism, and meditation over ritual sacrifice. Out of this dynamic Shramana movement, two of the world's major religions were born, Jainism and Buddhism. Mahavira, the 24th Tirthankara, or Ford maker of Jainism, revitalized and organized the ancient Jain tradition. He taught a path of extreme nonviolence, or ahimsa, toward all living beings. Jains believe that every soul is potentially divine and can achieve liberation by purifying itself of karmic particles. This is achieved through a life of strict asceticism, honesty, and non-possessiveness. The principle of ahimsa, in particular, had a profound and lasting impact on Indian culture, influencing figures like Mahatma Gandhi thousands of years later. Around the same time, another prince, Siddhartha Gautama, embarked on his own spiritual quest. After witnessing suffering, old age, and death, he left his life of luxury to seek enlightenment. After years of meditation, he achieved enlightenment under a Bodhi tree and became known as the Buddha, or the Enlightened One. His teachings offered a middle way between the extremes of self-indulgence and severe asceticism. The core of the Buddha's teachings are the Four Noble Truths: the truth of suffering, the truth of the cause of suffering, which is craving and attachment, the truth of the cessation of suffering, and the truth of the path to end suffering, known as the Noble Eightfold Path. Buddhism, like Jainism, emphasized personal effort and ethical conduct over blind faith or ritual. It was a practical, psychological, and philosophical system designed to help individuals overcome suffering and achieve nirvana, a state of ultimate peace and liberation. It spread rapidly, not just within India, but eventually across Asia and the world. As Buddhism and Jainism grew, Hinduism was not static. It evolved and adapted, absorbing new ideas and developing new forms of devotion. This period saw the rise of what's often called Puranic Hinduism. The grand epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, became immensely popular. These stories, filled with heroic deeds, divine interventions, and deep moral dilemmas, brought the abstract philosophical concepts of the Upanishads to life for the common people. The Ramayana tells the story of Rama, an incarnation of the god Vishnu, whose wife Sita is abducted by the demon king Ravana. His quest to rescue her is a tale of dharma, duty, and righteousness. The Mahabharata, an epic poem of immense length, includes the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most beloved and important texts in Hinduism. In the Gita, the god Krishna, another incarnation of Vishnu, counsels the warrior Arjuna on the battlefield. He teaches about duty, action without attachment to results, and the path of devotion or bhakti. Bhakti, or devotional worship, became a powerful force in Hinduism. It offered a more personal and emotional connection to the divine. Instead of complex rituals, one could express love and devotion to a personal god, like Vishnu, Shiva, or the goddess Devi. This devotional path made religion accessible to everyone, regardless of caste or gender. Temples were built, idols were worshipped, and festivals were celebrated with song, dance, and prayer. This transformation ensured that Hinduism remained a vibrant and living faith, capable of evolving with the changing times. So, from the mysterious mother goddesses of the Indus Valley to the sacrificial fires of the Vedas, from the introspective wisdom of the Upanishads to the revolutionary paths of Buddha and Mahavira, and finally to the epic tales and devotional fervor of classical Hinduism, the religious journey of ancient India is a story of incredible diversity, evolution, and profound insight. These ancient traditions didn't just shape a subcontinent. They offered humanity enduring questions and timeless answers about the nature of our existence. Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration of religion in ancient India. If you found this journey fascinating, please hit that like button, subscribe to History of the Ancient World, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.